Big story yesterday that there was a surfer on the Great Ocean Road who was fined $500 for dropping his strides and bearing his backside. I just wonder where Nathan Jones was yesterday.
Any apostle hanging out from you down to the 12 apostles, Nathan? Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm glad that wasn't me, but I hope they don't catch me next time I'm down the surf.
You wouldn't.
I'm sure to bear my bum.
It'd be tattooed up anyway, wouldn't it?
Not quite. I've kept that clean skin, mate.
Okay. Enough info. Tell us, how long's Jack Trengove going to be out for?
Well, I'm pretty sure he got assessed today, and they were going to wait and see how he pulled up tomorrow. And I don't know. I think on a calf, just going on my own personal experience, it's probably a week or two. Maybe 3 at the worst, but I guess tomorrow is going to be the real answer. He tried to run around today, and depending on how he pulls up tomorrow, we'll get a better idea.
We should congratulate you on being nominated as a co-captain. Is it for the rest of the season, is it for the rest of eternity, or is it just until one of the other guys gets back?
It was originally planned for me to come up and co-captain in the absence of Jack Grimes because obviously of his injury, and it's quite long term. So, and then unfortunately, Jack Trengove injured his calf today. So it's just for the period until Jack Grimes in particular gets back, and then I'll assume my vice captaincy role, and Colin Garland, who also got recognised today, will assume his leadership role.
So why the sudden change there that you haven't been elevated to co-captain in other games when there's only been one of the two captains playing? Why were they going to elevate you suddenly this week?
I think, obviously the structure at the footy club is a co-captaincy system at this stage, and I guess with the delayed injury with Jack, they thought that was going to be the best option at this stage, and obviously the footy club sees that as a priority in terms of the leadership structure at the moment, that co-captains, with the situation that our group's in particular with experience, that's the best way to go.
Hey, Nate, you've got to take positives, and I thought last week against Carlton, you guys were pretty good on the inside. They did get you on the outside. We're just talking about that. Why do you think that is? What, is it because you don't hold on to the ball and turn it over, or is it just you don't seem to be pushing into space as well as opposition at the moment? Yeah,
well, I think I was just listening to you guys before, and I think you guys summed it up really well. We had a real focus on competing hard, particularly in the contest, and I guess the indicators that probably recognise effort were all up, and across the day we fought out hard in clearances and contested possession. However, if you look at overall possession and in particular uncontested possession, I think we lose by about 100. I guess that's a credit to Carlton with the pressure they put us under, and probably the inexperience and lack of composure on the flip side from us to not be able to execute, and in particular under those contested situation, be more effective and efficient going forward, finding an uncontested possession.
But look, this couldn't be a lot of difference between fitness and AFL teams, to be honest. So is it more of a confidence thing if you continually turn it over and you push into space and get burned? Do you think it affects confidence in the end? You'd end up sort of not running into space as much?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty valid point. I know you look at teams like Geelong and Essendon, who at the moment they're really backing, even if it's an outnumbered situation, not in their favour, they're backing their player to win the footy. And at the moment, I guess we're really focusing on trying to outnumber at the contest, so we do win more of those contested situations. But on the flip side of that, you need to get out in space, and the more confidence no doubt grows when you have really clean passage of the play and you're able to move the ball effectively and score. So I guess that's a real focus for us this week, is to continue to bring that effort, but try and flip those turnovers into positive gains and inside 50s and hopefully scores.
Jonesy, I reckon 2 years ago you would have been about the same pace as Jack Trengove, and yet right now he looks as if he has slowed down immeasurably. You've got the same fitness program, the same fitness guru running the program. What has happened to that pace, or is it just he has slowed down with confidence?
I think being out of form, doesn't help him. But I guess unfortunately for Jack, just before the season started, he had a pretty serious injury to his foot, and obviously that hampered his pre-season. He was going really, really well up until Christmas, pretty much not leaving any stone unturned. So leading into games, unfortunately, his preparation was pretty hampered, and I guess since then he hasn't been able to strike at a bit of form. And I guess same as what Richo's saying, is confidence, and then I guess that kind of exacerbates how got I guess people to judge him and criticise him, but I think he just needs to get back to playing some good footy and backing himself. He's a real ball winner, and that's why he was drafted at the footy club, and he just needs to find that confidence once he gets over this little calf injury.
Jonesy, you know there hasn't been a Brownlow medalist that has had as much paint on him as you since Bulldog Murray way back when. I still think, despite the fact you were well held 2 weeks ago, you were back in reasonable business last week, you're a big chance. Now, Ellen, I've got $20 here that says Jones can win the Brownlow medal. What odds have you got for me? Because surely he is coming in pretty rapidly.
I did have a look before I knew we'd have him on air. 2,500 to 1.
25. I'll have $2 on him.
You've got $2. That's a bet. He'd be short price favourite for the best and fairest. I know that.
You get a lot of one votes. Dane Swan was inked up a little.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about Dane. But
you're inked up more than Dane, are you, Nathan?
Not even close. He's really set a standard there.
Well, we're going to have to check him down at the Bells Beach car park before that happens. Does he go there or not?
You can do the checking, Jared. I think we'll take your word for it. Nathan, thanks for your time and good luck.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Nathan Jones, captain on the weekend of the Melbourne Football Club, co-captain when one of the other co-captins comes back.
Jared, so when he says he's got a bare backside, he's not talking about clothes, he's talking about ink.
Why, Jared, why did they not name Nathan Jones a co-captain in previous games when they haven't had a co-captain?
Dwayne, you're an investigative type and you're good at it.
That's a very good point. If I was Melbourne, I would actually relieve Jack Trengove of the captaincy for a while because he is young, he is struggling with injury and confidence, and it's not doing him any favours at the moment. But there's nothing wrong with giving it to someone else and saying you just want to concentrate on your footy for a while. You can back down on decisions.
Yeah, well, no one's looked any differently at Sam Mitchell since he's departed from the captaincy.
No, I reckon they missed an opportunity at the start of the year. Quite clearly to me, there was Jack Trengove wasn't coping with his form as much as anything, so then you take everything away that could conspire to make that more difficult and have a rotation. I mean, Grant Thomas was criticised, but it was a fantastic system for the Saints and it could have worked well for the Demons.